high-stroking Brown crew leads the state boat at 49 strokes a minute. Washington trying to stay on terms with them. Washington at 47 strokes a minute. Washington has about a 2-foot lead over Brown in the first 5 strokes. Then come Texas, Harvard, Massachusetts, and Navy. Washington the early lead by a seat over Brown. Brown by 3 seats over Texas. Texas over Harvard by 5 seats. Harvard over Massachusetts by 4 seats, and Massachusetts by a length over Navy. Washington continuing to move to the front of the pack. Washington still at 39 strokes a minute. That's been Brown's normal race cadence for the entire race, so we can expect a pretty high-stroking race, and certainly at this stage. Washington by 5 seats over Brown. Brown by just 2 seats over Texas. Texas beginning to get their legs under them, and they're starting to move the boat very nicely in lane 3. The nerves and energy at the start are very palpable. Sometimes it takes 500 meters for crews to settle in. Texas has settled in at 36.5 strokes a minute. They're in a solid third. Harvard another 5 seats back and forth. Harvard open water ahead of UMass. Massachusetts is open water ahead of Navy. The race is up front with Washington still moving forward. Washington has now 7 seats over Brown. Brown 4 seats up on Texas, and Brown starting to move and break that contact with Texas. Brown starting to get the advantage on Texas. Brown at 39.5. That's just the rating that they choose to row. They are very comfortable at that cadence, and they're beginning to pull a little bit ahead of Texas. Let's call it 4 seats advantage at this point, and maybe even moving back into Washington. So it's Washington by half a length over Brown. Brown now by half a length over Texas. Texas by 3/4 of a length over Harvard. And we'll send it over to the 1,000-meter and Adrian for her call of the final 1,000 meters.
What a great race here as we come into the 1,000-meter line. It is Washington just by a couple of seats over Brown. And as David said, Brown, and I've seen them in years past, they row at a very high stroke rate, and it works for them. It's working for them right now. I have them clocked at a little over 39 strokes a minute, which is just a tremendous testament to their fitness. So if they're able to hold on to that and stay within one of those top 2 spots, hats off to them and their coaching staff, because that is quite a remarkable feat. But Washington, a little bit lower stroke rate, continues to hold on to that top spot. So Washington with a lead of about 5 to 6 seats over Brown, but with Texas right there. So Texas, new coach and a revitalized program. It's amazing to see them out here really hanging with the big dogs. They are doing a fine, fine job, and they might very well be able to push themselves into one of those top 2 positions. Right now, Texas sitting in third. They have about a certain advantage over Harvard. Harvard sitting in, and then back to Harvard by about a length and a half of open water. It will be Massachusetts. So Massachusetts sitting in 5th. They have a bit of open water over Navy in 6th. So back to the leaders, Washington continuing to hold on to that lead over Brown, but Brown's got to keep their eye on lane 3, Texas. Very tenacious and aggressive rowing here by Texas as they take a little bit of the lead away from Washington and Brown. So Texas continuing in third, but still in very tight contact to our top 2 boats. So we'll keep a close eye on that Texas crew as we over Brown. Brown now sitting just a couple of seats in front of Texas. We'll turn it over to Bill at the finish line. Keep your eye on lane 3 and lane 1.
University of Washington Huskies have been leading this race throughout. They're just trying to stay ahead of that great battle between Brown in lane 1 and Texas in lane 3 for the final direct qualifying placing. Brown typically is strongest through the body of the race and into the sprint. But right now they're coming up to challenge Washington, but Texas is coming with them as well. Washington with still 2 to 3 seats advantage over Brown. Brown maintaining 3 seats, but here comes Brown. Boy, they might actually take this all the way to the line and go from second to first. And now it's Washington that's got to worry about Texas. 3 abreast here. Brown closest to you. Washington sandwiched in the middle. Texas on the outside. 50 meters to go. And it's anybody's race here for first and second final positions. I will give you the unofficial across the line. I have it actually as Texas, Washington, Brown in that order. The Texas coxswain obviously agrees with me as she's slapping the sides of the boats, cheering her crews on. That's unofficial from my point of view, unofficial from the Texas coxswain's point of view, but I don't think both of us will be wrong. Washington might be a little bit unsure, but I do think they held off Brown for the final qualifying position. The Brown coxswain's looking around, I guess, kind of maybe waiting for somebody to tell them how they actually finished. Harvard has come across the line in 4th. 5th place is going to go to Massachusetts, and Navy is going to come across in 6th. Well, of course, you'll be happy to know here at the NCAA Championships, you have the best of everything. The best venue, I would argue, of course, being from California these days. But you have the best judge referees. You certainly have the best rowers and coxswains and coaches. And we also have the best finish line technology. So they'll get that photo finish for first, second, and third all sorted out. And we won't have any final celebrating, of course, until we get the official results. Deep breath time. Time to refocus. We're still staying with Division 1 action, but now we're going to the second eights.